right next to you. I'm a T-Rex to you. Wow. Great day. Hit you in the head. Cause I am the bad boy rapper.
Okay guys, now we're gonna start to learn a different type of technique. A different way of sweeping your opponent that I ended up developing for a very special reason. My opponent started to learn my turtle guard game, so I had to come up with something else. In the beginning, like we discussed before, I would go to the turtle in order to defend myself. With time, I started attacking people from that position, especially with leg locks and the like. I would go compete in tournaments, and my opponent's coaches would always say, "Watch out for your leg, watch out for your foot. He always attacks the leg, he always attacks the foot. Move his legs away," and things of the sort. So what ended up happening is that a lot of people would get an advantage point or two and then would try to stall me like this. My opponent would get some advantage point because I turned to the turtle, and after that he just wanted to control me in that position like this. He didn't want to engage or do anything else. He stayed in this position, maybe like this or like that, always bringing his weight on top of me. He just wanted to stall. That's when I started to develop an attack series for situations where my opponent, instead of positioning himself on the side or back, would move towards the front and stay near my head, like this, always trying to control the top of my body. Here's the situation that would happen. People would always stay in the front like this, and most switching sides like Elan's demonstrating here. Always afraid of the turtle guard game. I started to notice that whenever my opponent circled towards my head when I was on my knees, like this, in this position, his feet were always close to me, exposed. So that's when I started to notice that I could attack the ankle. So I would always go for the ankle. I also observed something else. My opponent would usually stand up, and I always ended up controlling his ankle near the heel, finding myself in a position like this, on my knees, trying to take him down. That's when I noticed that if my opponent's knee started to bend towards the inside, he would be able to escape like this. So knee pointing towards the inside always resulted in him escaping the position like so. Now, on the other hand, I started to observe that if the knee pointed to the outside, he was forced to let go and fall. Okay? The leverage was too great for him to resist, and he ended up being swept. My opponent had to go backwards because not only he had no base in that direction, but his knee was being twisted at the same time. Once again, Ela closes the distance and I control the ankle and knee. If I push him backwards like this, he won't fall. He bases out with his free leg. If I move towards the inside, he escapes. Now if I move it here, there's no way of him resisting. He ends up falling. So this is a game that I started to develop. And it's quite new even for myself, but I started to have a lot of success with it. So I'm going to show you guys now a whole series of techniques based on the same principle. Controlling his ankle near the heel with a strong grip, and then opening his knee to the outside. So let's start working on this series now, and always remember the basic idea behind it. Control the ankle and move the knee out, always.